A packed gym room at the Homewood Flossmoor Park District erupts in cheers as the Democratic Party caucus for Thornton Township decided to deny embattled current township supervisor Tiffany Henyard's name from being on the ballot in April. State Senator Napoleon Harris now nominated as the Democratic challenger for that position.
So to hear the people tonight, you heard them express how wonderful it was to finally get rid of her.
You know, it's so nice when justice finally comes around. I hear the angels singing and the people of Thornton Township just breathing a sigh of relief as the wicked witch of the Midwest is out. And if you don't know what I'm talking about or who I'm talking about, I'm going to tell you. But before I do, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell. Now let's get into it, warriors. Tiffany Henyard, you know, the super ghetto mayor. She's the self-described super mayor. Oh, you know, the misuse of funds, hiring for her code enforcer, someone who is a registered child ex-offender. Yeah, to be her code enforcer, someone who goes around inspecting homes where there could be children. Disgusting, all the misuse of funds, what happened on that Vegas trip, all the escapades, all the allegations, all the actual allegations that came out of that trip to Vegas. Oh yeah, and not renewing people's business licenses because they did not donate to her campaign. All of that. And she's under FBI investigation. Girl, you really are making history. But I'm going to show you now. She's also the supervisor of the Thornton Township, which was making over $200,000. Let's check this out. Just to explain a little bit more, she's supposed to be up for re-election in 25. I believe she was supposed to be having an election that I think, if I'm not mistaken, in April, but they called a caucus on her. And this is the Thornton Township where she is the supervisor, not Village of Dolton. This is the Thornton Township. They called a caucus and they could get her out so that she's not even on the ticket to be voted on, so that she is out. And they're having this, looks like in a gym somewhere. And you guys, the girl is crying and everything with her fake lashes. It is a hot mess. Tiffany Henyard's name will not appear on the April ballot as Thornton Township supervisor, so I was correct. The Democratic caucus did not nominate her at an unprecedented caucus vote. Henyard was emotional by the move.
Illegal. Look at it. You didn't run none of this the right way. Illegal. Napoleon, how you saying not let the people be heard? How you ain't let the people be heard?
Look at that face. Look at that face. Girl, you have messed up. Her name will not be on the ballot in April of next year. The caucus got together and said, you're out. And she has the nerve to say, how you not let the people be heard? You weren't listening to the people during your city council meetings when they were crying about the crime and how the misuse of funds. That township, I'm sorry, not the township, but when in the Village of Dolton and in the township, they were having like these chaotic council meetings, city council meetings. But I know in the Village of Dolton, they were in a surplus before she came along, and she came along and they're in a deficit. They even repossessed the police cars. Can you see how bad that is? And she pulled police officers off duty for her own personal security detail. She paid all this money on fine clothes, dining, first class airplane trips to Vegas and trips everywhere else. That whole Tiffany Cares, which was supposed to be some kind of charity for cancer research, was bogus. And now look at that face. You are done. And again, most of her income came from the Thornton Township. If I'm not mistaken, over $200,000. And she is going to be hurting, because who's going to pay for all those wigs, those extensions, the fine clothes, and the first class trips? Where's that going to come from? Her own personal security detail, pulling police officers off the street. The last thing you need to do is pull police officers off the street in anywhere near Chicago. Okay?
I will be suing everybody tomorrow. This is illegal.
This is illegal in your state?
Illegal.
Okay. So let's talk about it. I mean, your concern is you brought people in to pre-bus.
All the people outside, they let one person in.
Okay. She's going to be suing. She said it's illegal. She's going to be suing tomorrow. Now, this just happened last night. Wow. She look a mess. And let me just say repeatedly now, this was a DEI. Maybe people wanted to make history. And see, we can't be focused on making history. We got to be focused on who can do the job. Okay, who can do the job? Because the people that are complaining against her are also Black. Okay, skin folk aren't necessarily kin folk. I need us to get off this color thing. Okay, get off the color thing.
Let the people come in. Let them come in. Let the people come in.
You know what? The motion has been seconded. All in favor of the Napoleon Harris slate being nominated for the April 1st consolidated.
I nominate myself.
Exit stage left, exit stage left. Pick your face up off the floor and exit stage left. Yeah, so they just voted to have her not be on the ballot in April, and she will not be on the ballot. They will not be voting for her. Okay, and they said all in favor, aye. Everybody said aye, and she's out. Okay, and it's going to be Napoleon. I think his name is Napoleon Harris. Yes, he's nominated for the Democratic nominee for Thornton Township supervisor during a caucus in Homewood. Yeah. So that's what's going down with that. And here's another clip right here.
A packed gym room at the Homewood Flossmoor Park District erupts in cheers as the Democratic Party caucus for Thornton Township decided to deny embattled current township supervisor Tiffany Henyard's name from being on the ballot in April. State Senator Napoleon Harris, now nominated as the Democratic challenger for that position.
So to hear the people tonight, you heard them express how wonderful it was to finally get rid of her.
It was the first time in 30 years that township Democrats used a caucus to determine who will be on the ballot. Those seeking the nomination for township supervisor needed all 8 people for that slate, which includes supervisor, highway director, clerk, assessor, and 4 trustees. Henyard did not have a certified assessor on her ticket, deeming her invalid for consideration. Current Thornton Township trustee Chris Gonzalez earning the Democratic nomination for a trustee spot under Harris's slate.
We want to get the township back on track, back to where we feel it should be.
Henyard was appointed Thornton Township supervisor in 2022 and also serves as the mayor of Dolton. Tuesday night's decision comes as Henyard has faced criticism over township spending while also disputing with trustees.
What's currently going on, I'm disappointed. But what I'm looking for in the future is hope.
So what do you guys think about all of this? Woo! I know they praising God. They're having a Holy Ghost good time in the Thornton Township. Girl, get your crooked self out. And I've already told you some of the things that she has done. And she might be out in Village of Dolton too, if they got any sense. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Guys, be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.